Hi, this is DH Dunn, and welcome to Loop Hero. So, I just wanted to give a brief introduction to anybody who's new to my YouTube channel and is finding me via this game, which I'm excited to play and try out. I am a fantasy, adventure, and urban fantasy author, and I play games with putting my characters from my books into them. So, my focus is on exploring the games, having fun, finding the emergent gameplay in there, but not necessarily playing the game to its best and most excellent strategic degree. This is more for me about having a good time and talking about my books and just relaxing at the end of a day of writing. So if you're here because you'd like to find out more about my stories or you just want to watch someone explore Loop Hero who's not an amazing gamer, then that's totally fine. This is a place for you. If you're here for the best Loop Hero strategies and all of that, this is not the right place. There's a lot of good, Northern Lion, Christopher Odd are two channels that I'm watching playing this game, and I'd recommend you go check those out. But if you want to just have a good time, chill out, relax, and see me bounce through and bounce off this game, then please stick around and we'll talk about my books and have a good time. Very nice to have you here. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is DH Dunn, and welcome to Loop Hero. This is a brand new game, just came out today. I know a tiny bit about it. I started following it maybe about a week ago. Started showing up on Northern Lion and Christopher Odd's channels, which are two that I follow. And it has a lot of things to it that are interesting to me. And I wanted to give it a shot. We're going to consider that we're playing this as Taviano, or Tavi, who is the main character of Shades of the Sea, which I am just putting the final, dotting the final I's, crossing the final T's off to the editor in a couple days. Got the cover the other day, very excited. Might, if I decide to put this up on YouTube, then you might see a tiny bit of that cover as part of this. Or at least you'll see what Tavi looks like. We'll see if I can clip him out of the art sufficiently. So, talking about this game, now there are other classes that you can unlock in this game, so we can put some other characters into it as time goes on. I don't really know that much. I know a little, but I think what I want to do is see if we can delete my current save, which was just, let's see, delete. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So, and I think we're just going to start a new game, and the mechanics will be demonstrated to both of us at the same time, or all of us at the same time. It's pixel art, chiptune soundtrack. It combines a lot of things I like. Deck builder. It is a bit of a rogue like. It has some. Some people are calling it an idle. It's not really an idle game, but you'll see. But as you can see, I've played about 5 minutes of it, so what do I know? The stars in the sky are going out, one by one. But no one notices it. No one can stop it. I'm racing to the last place where there is still hope. I need to make it before it is too late. That's very cool imagery there. I like that. Sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed. Even the memory of it will be gone. And even if there's absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who is willing to do the impossible. In a place without space, without time, without memories. Where am I? I can't see anything except this path. My head is killing me. I remember only a skeleton with a staff in the sky. This darkness was coming from him. Did he destroy everything around here? Just standing here won't do me any good, I guess. Okay, so actually, this fits thematically with Shades of the Sea quite well. Shades of the Sea is a dystopian. It is about a alternate universe 1600s Sicily after basically a magic apocalypse that there was an accident. a portal was opened. These gelatinous monsters from another portal came through, and basically, if you were on land, you're dead. They won't go on the salt water, so everybody clambered onto ships, and they have built a city of ships lashed together in the harbor of Catania off Sicily. And it's a very hopeless environment, and yet Tavi still wants to try to find a way, Taviano, to bring hope to it. So that's how I feel like this fits pretty well. This is also my first real streaming on PC. Everything I've done to this point has been on Xbox. So not 100% sure how this is going to go, how this is going to sound. All I can say is, it'll get better over time if we decide to continue with this. Okay, so to change between adventure, traveling through the map, and planning, stop modes, press the switch, right-click, or space. Continue your journey by changing the game mode. So Tavi is that incredibly well-detailed white little figure in the middle of the map. And he's going to move on his own. I'm not moving him. Hope I'll be able to find some shelter before nightfall. If such a thing as night even exists without a sky, of course. Alright, well, let me end that. We'll click that. There we go. Pay attention to the day progress bar up here at the top of the screen. New enemies usually appear at the end of the day. Continue your journey by changing the game modes. Alright. A living ball of slime. Quite a nuisance. They digest anything they can. Again, wonderfully thematic, because correct with Shades of the Sea. The monsters that came through the portal, which they called the Singers, are big humanoid-shaped bags of slime. So this is fantastic. I didn't know it would go this well. Hey, I remembered this creature. Maybe I just need to freshen up on my memory and everything will get back to normal. Traveling, fighting, and most other actions are done automatically. The player can't affect them directly. Press anywhere. I pressed anywhere. Alright. Tavi's pounding away. Good job. It's hard to fight with your bare hands. I think there's a weapon in the remains of this thing that's not fully digested. Yep, it's right here. Yeah, equip an item to continue. So currently, what we have there does no damage. There's nothing there. Now we have a sword. I think I remember that there was a grove nearby. Are these even my memories? Or do they belong to that slime? You can use the cards that are left for defeating enemies to add new objects to the map. That's what planning mode is for. Drag the card to a suitable place to remember the land. We're going to put the grove right there. Now continue your journey. Alright, he walks along. I know you can speed this up, but I actually don't want to. A new day started. There's a monster in there. Some kind of wolf-looking thing. Forest rat wolf. I was right. Some emotional stress, a few colorful images, and a bit of adrenaline, and everything will be forgotten like a bad dream. Or remembered as a bad, damn. It's good that nobody is listening. I do wish you could, fix your hero portrait, and, obviously this looks like some young kid. It doesn't look anything like Tavi, but, we'll deal with that. Alright, so you can get new items and cards during battle, as you probably already noticed. Some items have unique abilities, as do most cards. Hovering over an item or card, you can inspect its properties. Equip a new weapon, and place a new card on the map to continue. So the forest says, a thick forest, +1 hero attack speed. Alright, we can just drop that anywhere. I know there's reasons why we'll do things, but that will come later. Rock gives you 2 extra HP, and 2 more HP for every adjacent rock or mountain. Well, we don't want to put it next to the forest, then let's drop that over here. And here's our new sword, Ritual Sword, 4 to 6 damage. The same as the other, but it does 2 magic damage as well. Alright, that's good. Great, so there was a mountain over there, and here is a forest. The world is just like new. The branches and stones in my backpack are a sure sign of that. Some of your actions will yield resources that you will need later on, but not right now. But that shouldn't stop you from looking at them right now. Continue your journey by changing the game mode. Well, we can see them right here. These are the resources we have. Rock, wood. Good standard video game resources. Okay, we'll continue on. Looks like we're approaching a campsite. I think it's time to get some rest. The game itself is a journey on a looped path. Only you will decide when it's time for the hero to return to a camp. Either you or the fangs or claws of your enemies, of course. You can retreat almost any time, but a special animation will let you know when it's safer to do so. Presumably this here. Retreat to the camp by pressing the button. The thought of having you leave the battlefield going to your mind a cozy camp has passed through your mind. That is not what this said at all. The thought of leaving the battlefield and going back to your cozy camp has passed through your mind. What a timely idea. The camp is just around the corner. If I retreat, I keep all my resources, and I don't lose anything. Sounds good. It's cold and dark here. A small fire can solve both of these problems. Nice place to set up camp. This is when all resources you've gathered will come in handy. Who would have thought? You have just enough wood and stones to make a campfire. What a nice coincidence. Build a campfire using the building function while in camp. Press the build button, select the campfire, and place it. Build. Campfire. Place. Congratulations, you've beaten this annoying tutorial. You can now start your first expedition, or do not, as you wish. Click anywhere to complete the tutorial. Let's go on the expedition. Okay, so we'll start. I think we're just basically starting over as if we had nothing. Yes, okay. This path, everything is wrong, but I remember. It looks like a completely different place, and it's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? ... Like I have any choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I'm the worst savior of all. Let's do it. Alright, so he's gonna run into this slime. And hammer away. Go ahead, Tavi. Good job, good job. Nice. Okay, let's pause. So we have a mountain. 5 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain, but it by itself gives you Zippo. I think I'm going to try putting the mountains... Well, no, we want as many adjacent rocks and mountains as possible, so we want to have at least open space all around it. And that gave us 1 rock for our inventory. Preserved pebbles. My fruity pebbles. Alright, let's fight another slime. Alright, nice. So let's see. Now we've got... Oh, he keeps moving. So now we have a grove, which spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. The rat wolf can move to an adjacent tile. So we do want things to fight, or we're never going to level up. I'd like to put this near the campsite with the assumption that we're going to come out of the campsite in pretty good shape. Was that the right call? Well, I don't know. That's what roguelikes are all about, making mistakes and learning from them. Or in my case, making mistakes and repeating them. Alright, so we... Oh, like for example, don't put the armor on that you found. So this raises our max HP by 99? Really? I wonder what it was before. Oh, okay, here's our HP right there. Okay, and then the rapier. Ooh, vampirism. Whoa, don't do that. Okay, rapier, way more damage. Okay, and then here's our general stats. We do 8 to 12. Vampirism, which does something. We don't know. You don't know. It does something. Probably drains health. Let's see if that's true. Yes. Alright, we got a bunch from that fight. Let's take a look. So the meadow heals 2 HP at the start of every day. That sounds wonderful. Can you put things in here? You can, but I wonder why you want to. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try that down here. Let's say down at the edge. Battlefield. It smells of blood and steel. Spawns a chest at the start of each loop. Enemies on adjacent tiles can become ghosts. So we don't want to put it... Spawns a chest at the start of each loop. Oh, so you put it on the side. Okay, alright. Enemies on adjacent tiles. So we would want to give this as few adjacent tiles as possible. That's 2. That's 3. That's 2. That's 3. think probably 2 is our minimum. Alright, we'll try it there, and we'll try not to put any... The slimes, I think, are going to be everywhere. Alright, then the other thing we got was a rock. 2 HP, 2 more HP for every adjacent rock or mountain, and we know this gives us +5 for adjacent rocks or mountains. Which, these are not actually... Now that I know how much hit points we have, it's not really that big a benefit, but it all adds up. Alright, we'll bang into another slime. He's not at full health. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. So another battlefield. Spawns a chest. Enemies adjacent. So we want to put this one another place where we're only going to affect 2 tiles, I'd say. Maybe... Yeah, we'll do that. Spider cocoon. Spawns a spider on an adjacent tile once per day. Because, you know, you just can't have video games without spiders. It's like a rule. And I bring that up because my wife is like a super arachnophobe. And she gets really frustrated at how many games they just gotta put the spider in there. Alright, we're gonna put this, we'll say there. Alright, let's move on. I'm into this. This is neat. It's kind of relaxing. Alright, what do we got here? Looks like a shield. Defense 3. Okay, we had no defense prior to that. Okay, pretty good. So this battlefield over here and that one over there, but we don't have any enemies near it. So the slimes don't respawn. Oh, they spawn at the beginning of the day. All right, we got a spider coming up. That's probably a harder fight than we've done. But we killed him pretty easy. Another meadow. Heals 2 HP. Let's just put it right with the first meadow. By the way, what have we collected here? 12 rations. Some pebbles. I mean, I think we probably want to camp when we get back in here so that we can build something in our little headquarters there. On the other hand, if we let him go around a second time, another treasure chest is going to show up. But now we got more of these spiders, man. Don't want any spiders turning into ghosts. Zombie ghosts. Leave this place. Okay, we got a Gladius. There's no reason to use this. Our current weapon is definitely better. I wish we could sell it. Maybe we can. So even though we can pick up a chest by going around again, I want to go in so that we can see what we're going to do. So we'll be able to keep these two stones and 2 rations that we picked up. So let's retreat. Alright, what do we have in here? I can't believe it. Hey everybody, the boy has managed to return. Survivors? Does this mean I'm not alone anymore? Where did you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? We don't know where we came from, or we can't remember. The people you see are only a small part of what's left of the group, I think. You're not sure? We're not sure. We reached that conclusion because of the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. With each day, new signs of presence of people that, as far as everyone here knows, have never even been with us. It's like we forgot them. You forgot? Exactly. It's like people disappear every day and we instantly forget they ever existed. Almost as if we forgot the place we came from, and our families. Maybe even ourselves. I remember a Star Trek Next Generation episode like this where Crusher, like people from the Enterprise start disappearing and no one but her remembers them. And eventually it gets down to like there's only like 4 people on the ship and the ship shouldn't work, and she keeps questioning it and everybody's like, no, it's always only been the 4 of us. My name is Yoda. That's the part I still remember. Yoda. We seeked Yoda. Nobody else's memory is in much better shape. That's why I remember so little about myself. Everything is forgotten. But wait, you said that I'd managed to return. That means you remembered I was here. Yes, that's why it's so important to us. We saw you leave, but you were gone before we could approach you. Listen, we can't wander around in this emptiness anymore. There's a campfire and a few sleeping bags here. A real luxury in these dark times. What do you say? Oh, of course. I'd be grateful if we could team up. I want to restore everything. I'm a hero. I've begun to remember the world as it was before. But there's no point to it without other people. It's too lonely without them. Remembering the world? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm too exhausted. But we'd be glad if you could help us, and we'd be glad to help you. It's Wholesomeville. Just don't ask us to go with you. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving the group is too dangerous. I will ask no such thing of you. For now, I just want to have a place to return to, a place where I can hear other people's voices. So there is a real story going on here, so that's an added benefit. Now, while I am reading everything out, I'm not going to do different voices. Let's see. Who's speaking? I think this is Yoda. Yeah. We weren't joking about helping you. Here are the few things that have survived the cataclysm that don't vanish away, can't be forgotten. Take them. You might need them. It's dangerous out there. Oh, we got some goodies. Look at this. Stable wood. Preserved rock. Food supply. Okay. So we've got statistics. Cool. Cool beans. Let's build. So the only thing we can build, I think, right now is the campfire? Or is that already built? That appears to already be there. This is the campfire. Okay. So then we can choose between the field kitchen, the herbalist hut, or the smithy. Smithy, we don't have enough things. Herbalist hut, we don't have enough things. So we'll make the field kitchen, which does what? Plus 10 to the campfire's healing power, and unlocks the Blood Grove card. Well, that sounds pleasant. We'll drop that down there. Do you know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook? The food made by a good cook is tastier. Well, that doesn't seem like that big a revelation. What? Were you waiting for something more elaborate? Sometimes the truth is very simple. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, a couple of knives, bucket of potatoes, 3 onions, and some ham. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. But give me a few minutes and everyone in this camp will be running to my table, following the tasty smell of a good stew. Alright, dude. Alright, so I think we can head back out now. We cannot build anything else. We do have some interesting options here, but let's get back into it. Expedition. Okay, so, don't know what this button represents. Do we lose all our items? Do we have to start over? I don't think so. These are... Let's see, white it out. What is this? Okay, nothing. So I think this is our deck. No. Or maybe it is our deck and they're just not highlighting things. Let's see, we are warrior. Alright, let's get back into it. Different loop. We don't have our items anymore. And nothing we made last time still exists. Okay, so you don't return back to the world you were in. You're going to make a new world each time. Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to let Tavi get into this fight here while I go get my water, which I left at the other side of the room. Oh, nope, it's right here. Duh. Since this is my first time PC streaming, I actually have no idea if any of this is going to end up working. Alright, let's pause here for a second. Alright, armor. There we go. Gladius. Well, it's better than 0. We'll take that. Alright, we got a spider cocoon. I like the idea of fighting the spiders coming out of the campsite because we should be healed up more. Let's drop some meadows down here. And let's continue. And I know there's some optimal placement and things like that, and we'll learn what those are. I probably won't end up doing the optimal placements anyway, but shield, okay. And it's got a counter. Nice. Okay, and a grove spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. Yeah, we know about that. Let's put that up here. Okay, got a couple slimes to fight. Reminds me of Dragon Warrior, or Dragon Quest, excuse me. Very first thing you fight is always a slime. Alright, so we have 2 rocks. We know if we put 2 rocks next to each other, they benefit each other to give us more health. I do wish the combat animations actually showed the weapons and stuff that you're picking up, but I understand there's an art design that they're trying to follow here. Alright, I'm making a big meadow. Okay, we're going through the grove, but there was no monster there yet. So we got free wood out of that. Alright, let's see what we got here. Another rock. We'll put the mountain between all the rocks. Boom! Big, big jump in the health there. Nice. Alright, I'm into this. I know you can make him walk faster. I probably am not going to do that, just because I like chatting while playing. I could see this, you know, being another one like Darkest Dungeon where I can do or actually, another one like Stranded Deep where I can do a lot of talking while I play. Okay, so now we have armor to choose from, but this one is obviously better. And the other one just goes away. Okay, this shield is defense 4, but the other one is obviously better. Can we just... Whoop. I wonder if we can destroy that. I wonder if that's what that is. Probably not. We have 2 rings. One with evasion. I would prefer this damage to all ring, though. And we can't put the other ring on. Alright, he heals through going through the camp. Here's some spiders to deal with. Nice. What did we pick up there? A cemetery. A place for the dead. And for some of the living occasionally. Spawns a skeleton every 3 days. Alright, we'll throw that over here. Spider and slime. Do we fight them both at the same time? Yes. Alright, counter. Counter. Nice. Evade. Okay, that's a lot of stuff going on there. Alright, so we have another mountain. And another mountain. Whoops. Misplaced that one. That was a misclick. Make another meadow over here. We've gathered quite a bit of stuff. So it's kind of a risk-reward deal because if the longer we keep going, the more stuff we're going to get. But if we end up getting killed, then we'll probably get nothing. And another day is about to start. So we're going to get more monsters. And then this bar here is filling. The boss will show up when we finish this one. Okay, interesting. Alright, nice easy slime fight, no biggie. There we go. But, is this shield better than our current shield? Decidedly no. There was no one in the graveyard. Another meadow. We can place that. Game does pause when I grab the cards, I'm noticing. Okay, grove. That we have to place in here. It's more rat wolves. What happens if we put them together? There's a lot more wolves for him to deal with. Come on, Tavi. Get in there. Yeah, the wolves do take more hits. Alright, hang on. Now this is a much better sword. That's pretty exciting. Now, is there any way to get rid of this equipment that we're not going to use? No. No, there isn't. Okay. Maybe we sell it. We'll find out. Okay, good, good, good. I think that's the exact same sword we already have. But we have something here. The battlefield. Chest at the start of each loop. We're decently close to getting a loop. Let's put it here. Yeah, that only affects two squares. Alright. This is definitely... I'm into it. I'm into it. It's so far it's paced just right for my slow brain. Now this fight could be difficult. This is 3 guys with 3 fights at the same time. They're all banging away at him. Oh no. Alright, he made it though. Now there's the chest. Here's another meadow. And a spider cocoon, we'll put that here. Okay. Just one spider. Come on, get in there. He's at 322 health. Here comes the treasure chest. And he attacks it. What do we get? Ooh, look at that. Look at that armor compared to our current armor. It's amazing. Okay, this is not amazing. None of this. Now this might be better. I think I'd rather keep the counter. I don't know how good a counter is, but I'd rather have defense 4 and a counter. Alright, let's let him do one more loop, at least. I mean, he's at 457 health. He's doing alright. Oh, got a meadow here. There's a spider. Take that guy out pretty quick. Now, what's that we just got? Probably a ring. Damage to all 4. I'll take that over the damage to all 2. What was this one? I guess I missed it. Vampirism. I kind of like that even more, though, because I like healing. Oh, here comes an enemy we haven't seen. Skeleton. And, he was pretty easy. Oh, he evaded, though. He gave us some better armor, potentially? Yes. Look at that. But we'd lose... Oh, I banged the mic. Sorry. We lose all this armor if we retreat. I don't know that I like that. But... I'm also curious. Alright, so now we got... still better armor. Regen. I'll take regen over vampirism. Absolutely. Regen just works. You don't have to hit or anything. How often does it regen? Alright, we got another mountain. We can put that... Can't put it while this is going on. Alright, Tavi, we're going to pause here for a second. We got a lot going on here. Okay, so first, our mountain between the other mountains. Bam. 666. Evil health. Let's fix it. Okay, we did. Cemetery. Again, we know we just don't... Oh, no. This is, makes skeletons. I'm just trying to space everything out. I like his walk. What do we got in our bag here as he heals up? Full heal. Nice. So we've got stable wood, preserved pebbles, rations, preserved rock. Wait a minute. We have some... we'll wait. Vampire mansion. Oh, I'm into it. Hungry eyes follow your every move through the holes in the roof. Adds vampires to battles on adjacent tiles. Well, where would we want that? Everything's awful now. Let's we'll try that there. And there we go. He's almost up to 700 health, though. I think we're good for another go around. This is good. I'm into it. Alright, what do we get here? Road lantern. The small spot of light in this grim world. That's Tavi. Decrease the maximum number of monsters on adjacent tiles. The effective lanterns can stack. So if we put this here, this potentially affects... Now we want to affect as many tiles as we can. I like this here. Because the graveyard's there, the vampire mansion is there. Another treasure chest. Oh, I haven't even been looking at the stuff we've been picking up. Ring. Ugh. Damage to all. This buffs 3 different things, but I love regen. The rest of this is just junk, though, man. If there's a way to get rid of stuff, I haven't figured it out. Continue. Let's see if he can't pick anything up if his inventory's full. Alright. Nope, just makes room for it. We don't care about that. Another meadow. I hate that I can't put it here. I was thinking that if I put a ton of meadows together, they might have some kind of benefit, but doesn't seem like it. So yeah, I could see this just being my chill out, one of my other chill out games. Okay, let's throw a mountain in there. Oh, now that dropped by itself. A goblin camp. Spawns a goblin on an adjacent tile once per day. Appears for every 10 mountain or rock tiles. Well, now we know. Okay, these slimes don't get any harder. Another meadow. Another vampire mansion. Again, I want to affect as few tiles as possible with it. I'm glad the goblin thing went here next to the lantern. A triple spider fight. Yeah, he's taking big hits here. Yeah, that took almost 100 health off his totals. Now look what's in the middle there. They turned into a big mountain. Mountain Peak, a stone giant. Could support the sky if it were itself, if it weren't already gone. 120 hit points, plus 5 hit points for every additional mountain or rock tile. Spawns a harpy every 2 days. I don't see a harpy on the map, but we've got a lot of fights coming up here in a minute. Again, we've got some, let's see, this is, no, not better. So if you mouse over your inventory, the game pauses. I like that. So yeah, if you're watching this and this seems groovy, oh, I'm into this mace big time. Look at this. 12 to 18 plus a 5 AoE. This just came out today. I picked it up right on pre-order right before it came out, like an hour. So I got it for 12 bucks on Steam. It's maybe 15 normally, I would guess. I'm sure there'll be some very good Let's Plays out on YouTube. This is not going to be one of them. This is just me having fun. Just in case some sort of YouTube search algorithm brought you to me, you know, my whole goal is to just have a good time. I'm not min-maxing. I'm not looking to beat anything. Just having fun. Okay, spawns a skeleton every 3 days. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you could probably find out that you don't have to put everything down, but you know what? I'm putting everything down. Put that there. Grove. Yeah, man, it's getting tight. How's he doing? 530, 519, 502. We've got 43 resources. I think we should probably pack it in at the end of this. He's almost at half health. What's this, though? Stop. Where did these goblins come from? I don't remember remembering you. We remembered ourselves. Now give us all you've got. You have no idea what's going on, right? Why don't you help me restore order in this world first, and then you can do anything you want. Goblin must rob. No other order in the world. Fair enough. Guess I don't have any valid objection here. ... Oh wait, I do have one. How about I hit you in the face with my sword? Okay, but yeah, this guy's decent. It's strange how these creatures appeared here on their own. Maybe it means everything is not actually so bad and that the world is trying to restore itself. I don't know why you would come to that conclusion. Or that even the apocalypse isn't enough to get rid of some pests. I just want to know what this treasury is. The thick walls guard all kinds of riches from thieves and previous owners. Gives a random resource after placing anything on an adjacent tile. Can't be built adjacent to anything. So if I put this down... What's that right there, by the way? What is this? The harpy? Treasury. I'm going to put you here. Then, if I put something adjacent to it, I'm going to get a goodie, I think. Maybe. But this is getting crowded. Come on, Tavi. Take this guy out. Another mountain. Another misfortune. Alright, I'm thinking about it. Okay, so he didn't full heal. If we look at what he's got to go through, I can't... Okay, this is... We don't know. This is probably the harpy. Spiders. Treasure chest. More spiders. Skeleton. Slime. Rat wolf. Goblin. He's almost at full health. He just picked up this badass sword. Look at this thing. I feel like We can go one more. This is going to be a bad game for me. I'm really bad about risk-reward games. I tend to go for it. No. What do you mean, no? You want to save the world? You want to ask for help? Our answer is no. How did you... But why no? We see far away. We see deep inside. For a long time, there has been just emptiness instead of the sky, but it doesn't stop us from seeing. Your saving of the world is one-sided and naive. Each person sees their own way of saving the world. That's why no one will ever join you. Fine. I don't fully understand it, but tell me your version. What does save the world mean to you? My progeny and my kin, for them to be strong and to live. It is part of the cycle of life and death. It is life itself. It is the world. I will kill you and feed your remains to my starving younglings, and life will go on. How many lives does your blade give birth to by killing again and again? Only one. I don't want you or any of your children to die from starvation. Please, try to see reason. If my mission succeeds, harpies can have all the sky and all the hunting grounds they need. I can't feed my children with your beautiful words. It is time to say goodbye. Okay, how badass is she? Not that badass. She gave us a good ring, too. I feel awful. By fixing one evil, I'm becoming the source of another. There's no home for harpies except the highest mountains. But there's no food there. I can't imagine how they managed to survive if their mountains were cut off from reality. Okay, hang on. I know you're having a existential crisis there, but I want to see what this ring does. Alright, I think this is finally better than the regen ring. Alright, max armor. Yes. Thank you. 3 spiders. That third one just jumped out. Jerk. Okay, so you don't have to place all these things if you don't want to. But, you know, I want to. Oh, I forgot. We should be putting things next to this, because we get a random item for doing it. Duh. Alright, treasure chest coming up. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Ooh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Look at this. Max HP 317, but it does damage and evasion. I'm actually going to go for that. And this shield, defense 14. Yes. We haven't upgraded our shield in like forever. There we go. This ring. Magic damage 4. No, I'd rather have the counter. Oh, I see a ghost. I mean, we are at half health, basically. Oh no, the ghost was Tavi. Alright, we got some spiders coming up. I think we can make it through this this loop here. Oh shit, a 4th spider. This could be bad. This is where we need some serious AoE. Alright guys. I'm dropping this because I don't think I'm probably going to do another loop. Oh, now look at that. So that affected... These became blooming meadows. They upgraded when we put the spider cocoon next to them. What if we put a mountain next to them? It does. So you put anything next to them and they upgrade. Okay. Learning. And that's why I wanted to go into this blind. I didn't really want to know anything. It's just more fun to figure it out that way. Alright, so Grove goes on the map. Oh shit. Back off, human. A vampire? Where are your lands? If your farmers need help, I would be glad to offer it. I like the idea of vampire farmers. No more lands, no more flock. Only hundreds of years of emptiness. Yeah, I decided to do voices. We'll see how it goes. And hundreds of years of hunger. Oh wait, I'm back. It's okay now. Save yourself while you still can. I do not know how long I'll be able to keep my head straight. Oh, he's got a bit of a personality issue. Alright. What hundreds of years are you talking about? Your mind is easy to trick, but you cannot trick my hunger.
It demands its share. Every sip, every drop of blood will go to satiate it. I'm too weak, but you can help me and I will set this crumbled world right. Right, I'm doing this not just for myself, but for everyone. In the name of... Oh, that's him. In the name of good. So be grateful for my hard work and just let me bleed you dry. Okay, well, this is probably the end. No, we're gonna get him. Nice. Vampires often owned lands. They kept the peace and helped our settlements to prosper. Really? But this won't do it all. Now they are just pale shadows of their former selves, both physically and mentally. Apparently the blood of other creatures can't sustain them. I like the concept of good vampires. That's interesting for a story. He wasn't joking about the hunger. Even the creatures that stand near him are imbued with the power to devour someone's life. Okay, I just want to know what I got. Another road lantern. And they stack. Oh, wow. Look at all those goblins up there. I don't think we can make it. We'll see, but it's not looking good. Now, I'm mousing over. Now, we got a whole bunch of stuff here. Beacon. 40% movement speed within its range. 20% attack speed for all units. I assume that's both good and bad. Oh, and you can't put it directly in either. That's interesting. I'm going to put it there. Another cemetery. That's okay because we're not going through again. I'm just hoping we can sneak our way through. Level 6 ring. I guess I'll take it. I'm not sure it's better. Okay, here's hoping this fight is... Oh, look at his health, man. Tavi, hang on. Level 5 shield. I'll take it. This fight has me very concerned. Come on, potions or something, man. Oh, gosh. He's so almost dead. Grove. Doesn't matter because we're not coming back. Oh, oh my gosh. Vampire, harpy, slime. Come on, Tavi. He did it. The crazy bastard did it. Scimitar. What's this? Oh, cool. It's vampire armor. Nice. But he's down to 10% of his health. I should have put this adjacent to that. One more fight. I think we can get through this one. Just barely, though. Alright, we are running, babe. Here we go. Retreat. Another success. You've returned and we still remember you. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's good to be back, but I'd hardly call it a success. My old memories of the world are gone. The path is empty again and there's only darkness everywhere I look. Interesting. So technically you remember there are things you have forgotten. We should find a way to use that. Let's talk about something more positive. We managed to tidy this place up. It's time for the next step. What do you have in mind? Expanding the camp, we have all sorts of craftsmen, from cooks to an alchemist, but they all need a place to work. But we can't use the materials from around here. You turn away for a second from a branch or a stone you've just found, and it's gone. I'm afraid only you can solve this problem, and the materials that have survived your trip always look suitable for building. These are just stones and splinters. How can you build something with them? Curious, eh? I noticed it with the fire you made. The things you obtain somehow infect everyone similar with stability. Only in small amounts, but it's still something. Even a small branch is enough to make a wooden wall exist without constant supervision. Alright. Well, we have our campsite, campfire. And we have the field kitchen, which makes the campfire work better. And unlock the Blood Grove card, whatever that is. Okay, we can upgrade the building or dismantle it. We could potentially not upgrade this. We could upgrade this. we don't have the materials to do it. So now we have some survivors tents. Okay, but if I want to build, okay, build. So the only thing we have materials for is nothing. We don't have enough materials to make anything. We made the field kitchen already. We would need, what do we need that we don't have here? More food supply. Okay, so we need to do another run in order to get that. Statistics. Looking good. Alright. I think that's probably a good place to stop. I think this auto saves. I will confirm that. But yeah, that's going to do it for Loop Hero for this time. I'm into it. I think this is pretty interesting. And I think Taviano is actually a really good fit for this. And the story is interesting and has some nice parallels with Shades of the Sea. So that's going to do it for this time. Thanks very much for watching. Stay safe, take care of each other, and I will see you next time.